The Joker has been through hell and back, but it's time for him to return to Gotham City and take over the underworld. Except what do you do when there's more than one Joker? This is the Comicstorian channel. I take some of your favorite comic books, I break them down into digestible bites, allowing you to understand what is going on in the world of comics so that you can go out to your local comic book store and create your collection. Today we'll be covering Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, issues 1 through 4. This is a follow-up to Joker issues 1 through 15 and Task Force Z 1 through 12. Both of those stories will be linked down below, but you don't need to know what happened within those. They'll just provide more context for this story. Gotham City, 4 days ago. The mobsters sit around the table laughing and telling jokes. The boss looks into his soup and is shocked to find a human ear. "What the hell?" he shouts as he throws the bowl away. He gets up, shouting for his men. The door swings open, and one of his bodyguards comes stumbling out, blood pouring out of his throat. The mobsters rush into the kitchen, where they find Joker's goons killing their men while Joker cooks. You're back. I do seem to be. How was the soup? 2 days ago, the Joker stood before the members of Gotham's underworld. Low-rank crime bosses he had captured were tied to the chairs. He laughed, turning to Two-Face, Black Mask, and the Riddler. He explained to them that Gotham had gone soft, that the crazies needed to up their game again. "I know if we play hard and give it our all, Gotham could go all the way again. Who's with me?" He asks as he pours a vial of acid down one of the boss's throats. His face split in a massive smile. "That's it?" Two-Face asks, the three costumed criminals flanked by their goons. "You've been gone a long time, and frankly, most of us didn't much like you when you were around. So now you come back, you kill a few two-bit hoods, and you expect us all to be in line behind you?" Joker winks at him. "Kinda, yeah." But the three criminals refuse, pointing out that Joker doesn't have any more friends left in Gotham. And they all raise their weapons. "Look at us! An old-fashioned standoff, so tense! If we're not careful, this could go all sideways," Joker says as he pulls out a massive revolver and he fires it. But water shoots out. "You've convinced me! It's time to move on! Set my sights on bigger and better things!" The Joker says with a shrug, walking out of the room. But it's Black Mask who speaks up and points out that there's one tied-up mobster that he didn't kill. "Hey Joker, what about this guy?" Black Mask asks. Joker turns, pulling out a real pistol. "Oh yeah, silly me," he says, firing into the hooded man's head. We now go to the present. A couple of goons are burying the bodies that Joker killed, but the last hooded man suddenly begins to cough. They both drop the body, jumping back, shocked that he somehow survived. "Should we, call somebody?" one of the goons asks. "And say what? The guy the boss killed isn't dead? No, we gotta finish this," the other one tells him. They begin to argue back and forth who actually is going to kill the man. The dead man stumbles to his feet and hits one of them with a rock, killing him before he falls to the ground. He then whirls around on the other goon. "No, please!" The goon gasps as he staggers away, the hooded man standing over him, rock still clutched in his hand. Across the country, the Joker stands in an office of one of the biggest crime bosses in Los Angeles. The boss holds up his cigar, thanking the Joker for taking the time to come see him, and asks him for permission to set up shop in his city, while the Joker eats a cup of noodles. "Let me make this simple for you. Los Angeles isn't Gotham. We don't have a bat or any other rodent in our business, because we're respectable here." Joker puts down his soup and he smiles. I think there's been a little bit of a misunderstanding." He leaps across the desk as his clown goons quickly take down the crime boss's bodyguards. "I don't want your territory or your permission," he says, grabbing the crime boss and throwing him against the window, cracking the glass with impact. "Please, I'll give you anything that you want." The Joker merely smiles, slamming him into the glass, letting him fall towards the pavement below. "I want your office!" And with that, the Joker looks out across the city. It has a lovely view! He takes a seat behind the new desk, ordering his men to set up the cameras. They begin to roll, and Joker's image interrupts broadcasts around the country. His Joker goons begin to cause mayhem and violence everywhere, and he appears before the viewers telling them that the country has lost its way. I hereby declare that I'm going to clean up this country once and for all. I want everyone to learn to laugh again. And we can't do that if we're all scared and angry and afraid of each other. I want every city to be a safe place where your children can play. Except Gotham. I don't give a crap about them. A new era is upon us. A safer, more secure, funnier era. The broadcast continues, and the likes of Lex Luthor, Harley Quinn, and Jason Todd all see it. All having mixed reactions. Meanwhile, the hooded man from before stumbles his way across the streets of Gotham, finally making his way to a bar. He barely notices the Joker on the television as he stumbles into the bathroom. Someone's in here, man, the junkie says in the corner, but the hooded man isn't listening. He staggers to the mirror. The junkie stands up. He pulls a knife. You freaks think you own this place, but I was born here, man. You don't own Gotham. This is my town, he says, and the hooded man whirls on him. No, it's mine, he growls, rushing forward, grabbing the junkie by the face, slamming him into the tile floor. He picks up the junkie's fallen knife, turning back to the mirror, beginning to cut the hood that is stuck to his face from the blood. He finally rips it free, revealing that it's the Joker beneath it. Everyone gasps in surprise as the Joker staggers back into the bar. What does a guy gotta do to get a drink around here? The Joker says with a smile. Gotham City, 10:06 p.m. The subway rolls along with the crowds avoiding the sleeping homeless man laying on a bench, but two thugs step forward, beginning to rifle through his pockets. They quickly discover that it's the Joker, as he reveals his face to them and they run in fear. 8:42 p.m., Jason Todd steps into a bar, the one that the Joker left. The owner is grumbling as he cleans up the blood in his bathroom. It's all in my statement to you guys. You're a cop, aren't you? Not exactly, Jason tells him. 10:26 p.m., the Joker has made his way to one of his old hideouts, but the doors are chained shut. He turns to a guy leaning against the wall nearby, smoking a cigarette in the snow. Excuse me, kind sir. I was just wondering if you knew what happened to this building. It didn't used to be locked like this. The Joker says innocently, still hiding in the large coat and hood. New owner, the guy grumbles, and the goon looks up, seeing the Joker's face. Before he can fully react, though, he calls his friend over, and the friend tells him that Joker left Gotham days ago, that this has got to be just some whack job stalker. I'm just going to go, Joker says, but they pull their guns on him. You're not going anywhere. Whoever the hell you are, the Riddler's gonna want to talk to you. But the Joker moves fast, stabbing one of them in the side, twisting his gun off of his hand, shooting the others. The doctor would say all this extra aggravation is not good for my blood pressure. If he wasn't dead. The last goon tries to run away in the snow, and the Joker lifts the pistol. I just wanted to be left alone. Tell your boss not to come looking for me. And the goon rushes off into the night. As he turns back, one of the goons is still alive. If you're the real one, who's the other guy? Joker shrugs, shooting him in the head. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. 10:32 p.m., the cops are questioning the two thugs that tried to rob the Joker in the subway. Red Hood's listening. 11:19 p.m., the home of Mr. Cardiff, once a loyal henchman of Joker, steps through the door, shocked to find his window broken and the Joker sitting in the easy chair. Back over in the other Joker's location, he's admiring the fish in a tank in the home that they've invaded, with his men asking if there isn't something that they should be doing. We are doing something. We're laying low, the Joker tells them, reminding them that he wants the country to believe that he is in Los Angeles. Well, according to some people, you're in Gotham, boss. What are you talking about? Joker demands, and the goon is scared as he explains that someone is in Gotham and he looks just like the Joker. Angrily, the Joker drowns the henchman in the fish tank. At 11:23 p.m., back in Gotham, the survivor from the Joker's last attack is trying to tell the Riddler goons about what happened, but they don't believe him. I told you it was the Joker! It's like all messed up! The goon says again, but the Riddler's goons shake their heads. I told you bro was in California on TV taking credit for killing half the crime bosses over there. But they look up as Red Hood approaches. He disposes of the Riddler goons in seconds, grabbing the survivor, slamming him into a window. I want to know about the Joker. Start talking now. What did he want? I don't know. Do better. Cardiff. He was looking for some guy named Cardiff. 1:36 a.m. The Joker is knocking on the door of Harley's houseboat. She answers, her eyes widening in shock. Good evening, my dear. But Harley whirls on him, slamming him in the face with a bat. 11:52 p.m. Red Hood stood in the house of Cardiff, looking down at the body on the floor. He then headed back out into the city, continuing his hunt. Joker on the houseboat woke up tied to a chair, and he smiles at Harley, telling her that he's happy to see her. She's looking at him, questioning about the last time that they met. You were mad at me. I must admit my memories have been a bit off since I got shot in the head, Joker tells her. She finally sighs, beginning to untie him, and he's shocked. You're letting me go? She smiles and brings him a cup of tea, pointing out how awful he looks. Meanwhile, Red Hood is continuing to beat his way through every thug and goon in the city until someone finally says something that he should have thought of in the first place. Ask his ex. Back with Joker, he's afraid that Harley's going to do something to him, that she might have poisoned his drink. But she laughs. I won't do anything to you. Want to know why? Because I don't even know you. She explains that he is merely some poor sap that the Joker probably drugged up and messed with. The real Joker would never come to see me, and if he did, he'd never walk out of here. Joker stumbles away from her, shocked by her words. As he reaches the window, he doesn't see a reflection, but instead sees the menacing face of Red Hood. The window shatters inward as Red Hood reaches out, grabbing him by the neck. Red Hood pulls back, ripping the Joker out of the houseboat, throwing him against the railing. Get out here, clown! Joker smiles at him. Oh, Jason! How I've missed you, my sweet boy! Jason hits him again and again, and Harley sighs from her broken doorway. If you boys are gonna squabble, would you mind not sinking my yacht? But the Joker points out that it's a ferry. Jason whirls him around, tossing him back inside, destroying the table. Careful! I paid good money for that! Jason draws his gun, preparing to fire, but Harley stops him as he turns back to her. I am not getting blamed for your killing spree! Watch what you say to me here, Quinn! Jason growls as the Joker tries to sneak up behind him, raising a bust of Harley over his head, preparing to strike. Jason turns back, aiming the pistol. Oh, I thought you two were gonna keep talking. He stumbles back outside, leaning against the railing as Jason steps forward, jamming the barrel of his pistol into the clown's mouth. Joker looks up and over Jason's shoulder, giggling. What are you laughing about? Jason demands, and Joker motions over his shoulder. Are you really going to use that big bad gun of yours with Daddy watching from up there? He'll be mad! Jason turns quickly to confront Batman, but realizes he just got tricked. No one's there. That's my cue! Joker says, falling off the railing, plummeting into the icy waters below. Jason turns, firing into the water, and Harley joins him, staring down. Between the temperature of the water and the state that he's in, I don't think he's coming back up. Jason shakes his head and says that he needs to find him. Why does it matter? You wanted him dead, he's dead. And Jason glares at him. No, I wanted to kill him. Later, over at Gotham River, two homeless men are fishing, trying to catch themselves dinner, and they both react with shock as the Joker washes up on the shore. But he's still not dead, and his eyes snap open as he rolls over, puking water onto the shoreline. You need one of us to take you to the hospital? One of them asks, and Joker nods, smiling. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I think I was poisoned, you know. Say, that's a nice coat. He stares at the homeless people. Later at Gotham General Hospital, the Joker, now wearing the homeless man's clothes, has pushed his way through the emergency room and is managing to corner one of the doctors in a supply closet. You're the head doctor working right now, right? The doctor has already realized that something is wrong. You're just the man to help me. Joker removes his hood so the doctor can see his face. I think I might have died. Joker says with a smile, and the doctor tries to back up to get away. I was poisoned! Joker tells him, and the doctor asks him several questions about his symptoms. But when the Joker admits that he doesn't have any, the doctor informs him that he probably wasn't poisoned. So the Joker sighs. I'd love to leave now after your very thorough care, Doctor, but I'm afraid I swore to myself that I'd only disarm the bomb that I planted in the building after you cured me, and you didn't do anything. You'd better get me some of that anti-poison pills or whatever you give to people. The doctor is terrified now, giving Joker a bottle of pills that he quickly begins to swallow. No, please, disarm the bomb. the doctor pleads, but the Joker shakes his head. I still got a wicked headache. The doctor motions to the wound on the Joker's head, pointing out that might be what's causing the headache. Oh, this? It's just a gunshot. He begins to strip down, showing the doctor everywhere that he's been shot recently. After the Joker agrees to let everyone in the hospital go if the doctor helps, he begins to bandage up the doctor's wounds. Afterward, the doctor informs Joker that he needs to treat the head wound. I believe the bullets are still in there. Joker agrees, demanding the doctor remove it, despite them not having the proper equipment or anesthesia. The Joker just laughs, handing the doctor some nearby tools. Moments later, the emergency room is filled with screams from the supply closet as the head nurse comes running over. Hello? Dr. Amico, is that you? Is everything okay in there? The doctor responds, telling her that everything is fine. Go back to your station. And the Joker chimes in, oh, and definitely don't you tell anyone that there's a bomb in the hospital! Joker shouts as blood is pouring out of his wounds. Across town, Red Hood has been stopped by some cops, but he quickly takes them down, leaving them in the snow, and he begins to walk away when their radio squawks. All units, we have a 1079 at Mercy General. SWAT and bomb squad are en route, the radio says. At the hospital, everyone is scared as the nurses and doctors try to evacuate. But one of the doctors is hiding his face as he attempts to go outside. But he stops as a gathering of police begin to surround. Oh, good. The Joker steps out and one of the police officers shouts at him, Hey Doc, come over here. But the Joker pulls out his surgical mask, walking back inside. No, thank you! He brushes past the nurses and everyone else in the building. He quickly slips through the hospital until he slips out another door, stopping short as he comes face to face with a ward of sick children. Hello, sick children, he says with a little wave. Outside, Red Hood has created a distraction by starting a little car fire. While the cops rush over to see what's going on, he slips into the hospital. Upstairs, the Joker's cracking some inappropriate jokes, making the kids laugh to spite themselves. But he hears the cops approaching and he slips behind the door, putting a finger to his lips for the kids to be quiet. Nobody moves, the cop shouts as he bursts through the door, but he stops short when he sees the kids. Have any of you guys seen a real creepy guy come this way? Pale skin, green hair, gross mouth. He looks like a nightmare clown, the cop says. But the kids shake their heads. No one's been by here for hours. Can you change my sheets? I made a mess. One of the kids says from his hospital bed. The cop shakes his head, heading out the door, and the Joker laughs as he steps out of the shadows. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are! The sheet was very clever. The Joker finally slips out of the room, heading off, but this time he finds one of the cops taking a leak in the bathroom. Moments later, Joker's now wearing that cop's outfit, and as he heads to the elevator to make his inevitable escape, he's shocked when he sees the Red Hood standing there. Stop! Jason shouts as the Joker turns to run. Jason raises his pistol to fire at the retreating man, but the Joker rounds a corner, tripping over a bed. He wraps himself up in a sheet as the other officers rush over. Pal, you okay? He's coming this way! Joker warns them, and Jason rounds the corner into the SWAT officer raising his pistol. Move away from him, now! He tries to convince the cop that it's the Joker, but the cop shakes his head, aiming his rifle. Son, you are out of your damn mind. Lower the weapon. The SWAT officer orders, but the Joker is up, holding Powell's pistol to the man's head. I hate to say it, but the little bat baby was right. You should have let him kill me. Now drop your gun. Joker hisses, and Jason shifts, trying to get a clear line of sight of the Joker. Nowhere to go, Joker. Whole building is crawling with cops. Let him go. Joker smiles, reaching for Powell's radio. This is Powell. Joker has fled the building at the back. I'm in pursuit, but need backup. That should buy us some time. Now, what's your problem with me, Jason? You killed me! Jason shouts, but the Joker shrugs. You came back, c'est la vie! Jason finally demands to know how the Joker did it. You're gonna have to be more specific. Jason takes another step forward. You've got the whole world believing that you're off in LA, but here you are doing this. And Joker smiles broader. So you believe that I'm really me? I knew I always liked you. Jason sighs, finally lowering his weapon. And Joker nods, kicking the cop forward, pushing them both into a supply closet. So if he's not working for you, who is he? Joker doesn't answer, and he merely bids him farewell. Wait, aren't you gonna try to kill me? But Joker just looks at him. Maybe I'm not, because I have a plan for you. Or maybe I just don't like telling the same joke twice, he says as he closes the door. And that concludes Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, issues 1 through 4. Now, I'm excited to see where this one's going to go, but if you want to know, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, as it will be filling into our Sunday slots whenever new issues come out. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. And let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this storyline. The two Jokers, the Jason Hood, the two Jokers, the Jason Todd thing. I liked it. I thought it was incredible, and I can't wait to see where they're going with it.